I'm good. If I fall, then hit the brakes.
Don't fall.
All right. We are live. We're at the Mint 400 Contingency Inspection. We got Trooper up here getting ready to get inspected. There's David. You want to say hi? We are live. Look, there's the man, the legend right here.
Whose channel is this?
This is your channel.
My channel.
We are live.
So I can do some trick guys?
Yeah.
So I guess we're walking, trying to catch up to everybody. Off camera, off camera. We're doing a mile. So we got all 4 vehicles. So today, part of the race, the Mid 400 is going on. First day of the Mid 400, official day. Great, that was yesterday. It was called Tech Inspection. Tech Inspection is what it sounds like. They go through the car and make sure that all the technical parts, as far as like roll cage design, fire extinguishers, all your safety stuff are in place. That's going to allow you to race. Contingency is like, say for example, on Trooper over here, running Milestar tires, running rugged radios. And so if we win and we got their stickers on our car and we're running their equipment, they give us some money. That's cool. So that's what we were doing over here today. So now we're just kind of going to the Congo line. You can kind of see we have our 1978 Jeep J10. We call that Honcho. That was my first build, and it was kind of cool. That was the first one where we used the Bentech, materials. We used their software, used their hardware to make a car. And it was after that build, we kind of started a relationship with Bentech, building cars, making videos, and those kinds of things. So you can look at our playlist on this channel. We got so many videos about us using Bentech. And now all 4 of these vehicles are built with Bentech. So we started with Honcho, and then we built this car that's following us right behind us here. This is Lefty. Flip the brakes one time. There you go. Then we went to Lefty, and what's unique about Lefty is that we built the whole thing in CAD before we ever bought a tube, which is kind of difficult to do, but it was only because of the experience that we had building Honcho that we were able to build Lefty. And you can kind of watch the videos on how we designed the front suspension, rear suspension, then put all the things in like seats and how the tires were going to clear. You can actually see how Lefty is actually designed to run a 42-inch tire if we wanted to upgrade to those with the Milestar tires. And then we built my little boy side by side over here. It's a Razor 200 EFI. And what's really cool about this is now that we're getting good and a little bit of experience with Bentech, is we actually built this roll cage. We designed it in one day, but from the morning is when I cut the tubes. It took about maybe an hour to cut all the tubes, and I had the whole roll cage welded together that evening. That's something that you can do one-offs, or you can do multiples if you're like doing some kind of production with the Bentech software. So that was really cool. And then after we did that, we built the roll cage over here for Trooper. It's a 1973 VW Bug, totally badass. This is about a 2.5 month build. So about 2.5 months ago, this was all white. We had a beer can taped to the side we were using for our fuel system. And so I have 2 or 3 videos where I showed you how I took all of the dimensioning from the inside. You make things called pick points, which is just a really neat way of saying X, Y, and Z coordinates. And so we mapped out how we were gonna do the full roll cage for this thing. And then I cut all the tubes out, maybe about an hour or something like that. Bent them, and it took about 2 days to weld this up. It was a little more tricky, I found, because this is my first time welding a roll cage with constraints like, the other parts of the car there and those kinds of things. But what is kind of unique about this one is the fact that we welded the whole roll cage together with the body off, and then we mated the body to it after the roll cage was mostly done. You kind of see in here, besides our very pretty Angela Lassiter in there, keep one of the seats warm, you can kind of see just some of the tubes here just wouldn't fit. You couldn't put the body on over top of it, so those had to go in afterwards. But the bends, this is all just like, maybe a couple minutes of CAD work, and you can just see how nicely those bends go around. Actually makes it a pretty comfortable ride inside the car, so it went together really well. And then another kind of neat thing about these is all of them are built, and really I couldn't do this without a plasma table. People are using plasma tables all the time. I use the Langmuir Systems Crossfire XR, and if you look at every single one of these, there's either thousands of different pieces made that I cut, and I think I showed you on a video. I can go from concept to like, this is the part I need, to cutting it out and being ready to weld it in about 5 minutes using Fusion 360 Crossfire XR to do those things. And if you are interested in one of those tables, I got a ton of videos that show you how to use them. And then if you go to Langmuir Systems and use our code NTD Racing, you'll get $100 off. We'll get a little bucks too because we need to pay for all this stuff. And that's really cool. So we get kind of an affiliate commission for that. I think my affiliate link has sold over 200 tables. No one has ever told me they didn't love the tables. They're pretty amazing. So, and you can kind of see we went from this thing. It's like we're sitting there. We need a light plate for the back of it. I'm like, well, let's do this. And so here's like a 10-minute design. Cut this thing out, paint it, and throw it on there. And a pretty trick little design. You can see all kinds of stuff. You can kind of see the design over here on the front. Our skid plate, we have it customized with our team logo on there. So some cool things there. One other thing we're running on all the trucks, which I think is awesome too, is like all the consumables, like tires, are just so expensive. We run MileStars, and so not only are they a budget-minded tire, they're almost bulletproof. We ran Honcho at 2 Baja 1000s and 2 Mint 400s, and we were kind of challenging ourselves. We never took the lug nuts off. It ran that long. Those tires are amazing. We were running the Patagonia Mud Terrain 1s then, we're running Patagonia Mud Terrain 2s, and you can just see how badass these tires look. And kind of the unique thing about them is that with the lug pattern that you kind of see in the center here, it's a nice riding tire when you're on the road. It's quiet, runs really nice, but you can kind of see the lugs over here on the side. When you get in the sand, you get in the silt, this thing just turns into raging paddle wheels. I mean, it's really a cool tire. Sidewalls are super tough. We have beaten these things up. These tires right here are the tires we ran Baja 1000 with, and they did great. They're just super durable tire, and we just love them. We run them. These are the Patagonia Mud Terrains. These are the All-Terrain Pros that are on, like you got a beer cap stuck to it. These are our All-Terrain Pros we're running over here on Trooper. So we'll get to see how well those things work, but just awesome. We did start running the rugged radios. We've run PCI radios on what we originally ran on Lefty and Honcho as PCI radios. Great company, great radios. We're running rugged radios now. Amazing company, amazing radios, and amazing customer service. And a lot of times, that's what makes the difference, I think, in this business. Really like the rugged radio stuff. Some other things we're running on here. I do want to kind of mention one of our sponsors that isn't necessarily in the smaller trucks. We got a sponsor that runs the big trucks. They're Industrial Power. They have 3 facilities in the Fort Worth area. So like if you got like an RV, like a diesel pusher, like where do you get one of those worked on by the pros? If you got like a big bus, if you got a semi truck or something like that, and I know a lot of just, guys who have hands like mine are watching this channel. You got a semi truck, where do you take your stuff to get worked on? You go to Industrial Power, 3 places in the Fort Worth area. And these guys are the pros. They can do work in their shop. They can bring their shop to wherever you are. They got mobile stuff to fix your vehicles. And the owner is one of my friends forever. We've been friends for about 25 years now. An amazing guy. Love him. And he helps us out. He supports us. And we hope we support them also. So what else we got here? We got, most importantly, what we're running on all of the vehicles, and this is totally badass, is Pivot. And every time I think we've gotten to the point where we have reached the end of what Pivot can do, they totally blow me away. So we're running Pivot. If you just want to look at the basic Pivot mount we got in here, what we use it for is we run our iPads for navigation, for engine instruments, and also for live streaming at times. And then we run them in what is called a Pivot case. So there's 2 different parts you can kind of think of with the Pivot line of stuff. You have the part that goes on your car. That's the ball mounts and all those things. You can literally mount these things to anything. And let's take a look at this one here real quick. This is the iPad on a Pivot mount. It makes it so you can move it around, you can grab it, you can take this one out, and then now, here's the part that goes to the car. There's a million different options for doing that. And once that's in there, you can run any of your other stuff. You can run an iPad, the big one. You can run an iPad mini. You can run one of your phones. And all those can be found on their website, at flyboys.com, or I think it's pivot.com also. You can find them. Really awesome. But what really blew me away, hey Matthew, stop here real quick, is we were like, well, we need somewhere to run our rugged radio. Like, how do we do that? And these guys came through with these clamps because we were running all kinds of different things. And on a round tube, how do you keep something from spinning? These guys come through with this amazing clamping system, and it works on not only the rugged radios or the just about anything you can mount with the pivot line of equipment. So it's just really one of the most versatile pieces of equipment that you can get for mounting stuff. If you watch some of our videos, we've run it on the axle of one of our trucks, so at full speed, jumping and everything. You'll see just to prove that it can be done, you'll see an iPad on the axle going through full suspension travel and over jumps and holding on lock solid. And then one of my really good buddies named Chad, he put a phone, this dude right here, he put a phone on the axle of his motorcycle. He's doing like 100 miles per hour across the ranch, the NTD Racing ranch, jumping it. And you watch that video, hopefully we'll put a link of it somewhere on this. And it is amazing. The thing is rock solid. The pivot line mounts, and you know, it doesn't cost much, and it works. It works on just about anything you want. Where other mounts might make you frustrated, you might break your equipment, they're just amazing. And we have it on all our cars. I think we got one over here because it's all you can fit on the dashboard. I think we have 3 mounts on Lefty over here. We've got one for engine instruments, and that's really trick how that works. If you're somebody who does like LS swaps, how do you do engine instruments? How do you get the stuff that you want? We're doing it over here with a simple, it's called Car ID. I think it's like $5 for the app. We're running it through a OBD2 scanner, just running it down there. And then over here, so right now it's kind of locked here, but we go. All right. Oh, we got to go back to it here. Hold on. So right now it's giving us a code. So what we'll do, you can kind of see the engine instruments there. So what we'll do is we'll set up the whole display and then we'll put it into kiosk mode. I have a whole video about how you do that. And the reason that's important is while you're driving, if you swipe the screen, it doesn't change anything. So we just got to go in and put a password and get rid of that, whatever that enunciation is on there. But it allows us to lock the screen so it doesn't change. And then we'll run an iPad in the middle with navigation. We'll run this, and sometimes also our live stream on there. So really a versatile piece of equipment.
My cat.
Cool. This is awesome, man. This is Mint 400. This is a big one. We race, in general, we'll race the Baja 1000. We'll race Vegas to Reno, but Mint is where it's at. This is one of the coolest races. It's fast, it's rough. It's, you know, you're in Vegas. We're over here on Fremont Street, getting to, you know, take all the vehicles around. People are awesome, and we just love. That's why we basically try to up our game. We brought 4 cars to this one. Probably the most exciting, I think, car, at least the one everyone's most excited about, is Trooper. I think there's 16 Class 11 VW bugs, so these classic bugs out here that we'll be racing against, and that is going to be a total rage fest. Chad is driving it. I think we'll be live streaming some of that. We'll be live streaming from Honcho. We'll be live streaming from Lefty. And I will tell you that just because of the way the YouTube algorithm works, if you do not activate notifications, so if you don't go down right below where you're seeing me talk and say subscribe, the next thing it'll say is, you want notifications? You say all, then you'll get a message tomorrow when we go to start racing and saying, hey, NTD Racing just started their live stream. And we're gonna have commentary, we're gonna have video out the front, video out the back, video in the cockpit, you're gonna see everything. And we're not gonna be like a normal race team. You've probably seen that in NASCAR and that kind of stuff. You're like, okay, I get it, it's a huge company. This is like, these are just dudes, amazing people are out there, you know, and we're just trying to do it just like you would probably try to do it also. How do you make it happen? And how do you get the cars across the line? What do you gotta do? Well, you're gonna get to see that if you watch our live stream. It's just some of the amazing people we have here. This is my buddy Cody Fataki Cyrus. I used to fly F-15s with this guy years ago. It's my good buddy. Hey, you want to talk a little bit about your guys' foundation that you got going on?
Yeah, so we have a foundation that raises awareness about rare pediatric cancer. And we're trying to make a difference for kids who don't have a lot of choices. And so, you know, being part of this team and supporting a good cause, like it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, so me and Cody Fataki, we used to fly F-15s together when we were in England. Used to ride motorcycles all around together.
Yeah.
And man, we've been to some cool places. We've been like Turkey. We've been to Lithuania probably together. I'm not sure if you were on that trip, but so some amazing experience with this guy. One of the best F-15 drivers I've ever met. Over here we got Angela. She's one of our drivers in our car. Angela Laster. We got over here, we got my buddy Denny. He's going to be off the line in Trooper. Dennis LeBeau. We were roommates. We went to school at the Air Force Academy back in our freshman days, and big time career in the State Department. And now we're both old retired guys. What, 34 years later? 34 years later after we first met each other, and still making bad decisions. Still doing dumb stuff. So, but the right hand man, he basically, I build cars, and he. You heard cats, bro. You keep us together. Without him, we don't make it anywhere. But yeah, he's been obviously we've been great friends for a bunch of years.
Hey, nitrate.
Huh?
Flex the Jet said, "Hey, nitrate." You Flex the Jet?
Flex the Jet. I don't know you.
Flex.
Flex.
Flex Kleisman?
Oh, Flex. Kleisman. All right. So Flex, here we go. We got my buddy Bear Corey, A10 driver, also with another company that delivers a lot of packages. I'll just say that.
Yeah, Santa Claus in this metal tube.
Santa Claus in a metal tube. There you go. So been friends with him. We flew T-38s together back when we were at Advanced Air Force Base a long time ago. Hardest working guy I know, man. Again, nothing happens. We don't have rooms and we don't have money. And also Mambo, this guy
left, everything would fall apart.
So check out some of our videos if you want to see our schoolie hauler, where we have a school bus, we cut the back end off, and that's how we take Lefty around. So
got a sticker for Mambo already.
So, yeah, so our schoolie hauler.
Flex said they're looking for retired Air Force guys to come fly with them at DLF.
That's not the same Flex.
That must. Well, I'm thinking Flex Clydesmith. Hey, put in the message. Which Flex is this?
Which Flex are we?
What's your real name?
What's your real name?
Who you?
It only pops up for a second, so it's hard to tell.
We got even some F-18 drivers over here. We got Lucky, brand new guy on the team. Get this. This is how crazy it is. So Lucky meets Bear like for an hour. He's like, hey, you got to come out and hang out with us. So we start hanging out. That's when we realized we went to high school together. We went to El Dorado High School in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
89 through 91.
And I was in his brother's class, and he was 2 classes ahead of me. Can't make this stuff up. So yeah, and now he's on our team. Can't wait.
Happy to be here.
Can't wait to get him in the truck.
It's Justin.
All right, awesome. This is buddy David Laster. If you guys ever wanted to be like in the most amazing video game in the world, like if you're like, I just want to be like in the world's most expensive video game, this guy builds them. You people what, F-16 sims?
F-16 sims, yeah.
So this guy, we probably have clearances to see everything in the world. He knows more stuff than I don't know. But anyway, this guy builds all the amazing sims, and so super awesome. Oh, here's my 2 favorite people in the whole world here. No, these people back over here.
They're over there. Keep walking.
This is Josh Moore, my brother Mike Matthews, and Josh is a paramedic, and both these guys are ski patrollers at Vail. So it's kind of interesting. So Mike is my brother, and when I was deployed to Afghanistan, and it was the winter of 2014, and I'm like, I need somebody. My wife's pregnant, she's about to have a kid, and I was like, I need the world's perfect human to take my wife to the hospital and watch over her in the last couple weeks of her pregnancy.
But then you chose me.
And I chose Mike. And and so not only a ski patroller at the time you were driving ambulances in Vail in the weather, professional chef, like everybody who's watched this knows that this is the perfect guy to do that. So, but yeah, my big brother taking care of us. So and Josh, he's like literally one of the smartest mechanics I've ever met. Kind of takes care of a lot of the trucks. He goes over and he goes, dude, you missed this bolt here and that kind of stuff, and makes fun of me all the time for the stuff we left. So that's the team. Who else we got? I think that's pretty much it. We'll go over and say hi to Caleb Provencio. If you watch the last couple videos, you've probably heard about the Amateur Hour Garage, and that's this dude over here. I think he goes by McLovin or something like that. But Caleb Provencio. So a lot of the reason these cars get done is because of our local community that we have. And this is my buddy Caleb here. Owns the Amateur Hour Garage. You've probably seen that. We did a lot of work on Trooper with that. and also an ex-Air Force guy, C-17 driver, works for another one of those companies that flies people around. And yeah, so couldn't have done Trooper, couldn't have done all these cars. And I think you were off the line with this one. And I think you're driving with this buddy over here. I've known this dude for like 34 years. My buddy Chet, his wife Dee Dee. So Chet is probably one of the most savvy Mopar maintenance guys that you'll meet. We've been building cars together 30 years. I don't know, when did we start building our first boats? Every time I had a bad idea, these guys used to live behind me at Laughlin Air Force Base, and every time I had like a bad idea, and it ended up in our backyard, G's like, oh God, there's Dave with his, what is that, a Zamboni? So, but lifelong friends, and so happy you guys are here and off the line tomorrow, brother.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, off the line, driving the third shift, so that would be pretty awesome. There we go, that's the lineup. I think it's about time to watch some SpaceX launch a Starship here in 2 minutes. That's what I want to do. I'm a total space nerd. I love that stuff. So I'm going to wrap up my part of this. I'm going to watch some Starship launches.
All right, cool.
Go.
We'll go look at some cool trucks, take the people around.
Yeah, again, one last time, thank you to Pivot. Thank you to Milestar for getting us here with tires. Thank you for Industrial Power. And really thanks to Bentech making our car look beautiful and just being an amazing partner all this time. So thank you to those guys, and try to get your logos across the finish line tomorrow. Let's do it.
All right.
All right, Dave's done his talking. So now you're stuck with me. So I want you guys to drop some comments down below and let me know, what truck do you think is gonna cross the finish line first in their class? We got Honcho. We got Matthew over here. We got Trooper or Lefty. So drop your comment down below. What truck is gonna finish their class before anybody else? All right, boys, come and stick a camera in your face. What's your favorite part about being on NTD Racing?
My favorite part about being on the team racing is the night after the race.
Yes.
Where we all sit there and reminisce about the ridiculous stuff that happened during the race.
There we go. I like the family dinners myself.
Oh,
What's the family dinner tonight?
We got baked CD for tonight. I spent all last weekend cooking, so we have enough, and it's a lot. I mean, now we have 28 people.
Yeah, it's a
That's
big
lot.
crew.
That's a few folks, but I spent the time. I think we got a really good. We spent the time, and I think I got a really good dinner.
Oh man, I can't wait. That's gonna be fun. I like the family atmosphere and all that.
I love hanging with the crew.
Yeah.
I mean, I think part of being on this team is everybody is a real capable human being, and they're just awesome. So it's kind of cool to be in that group and have that camaraderie with everybody.
Love it. Cool. Thanks. Looking forward to tonight for sure. It's gonna be fun. What do you got?
The largest object man has ever made to fly. 14 million pounds of thrust. 10 million pounds of propellant. Gosh, you gotta love this.
What's the horsepower for that?
About as much as left.
Because the shuttle, space shuttle, was like 750 to a million horsepower, and one of our stupid little 2-pound bombs is 2 million horsepower when it goes on.
Wow.
The little ones that we throw all the time.
What's cool about this one though, and I'm a total nerd about this, is it's gonna go, the first stage is gonna go out, it's gonna kick the second stage off, it's gonna turn around, and it's gonna hover next to the tower. The tower's gonna reach out and grab it with arms and put it back on the thing. It doesn't even have landing legs.
That's cool. So that's how we go to Mars right there.
There it is, right there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was on the phone with Mark.
30 feet wide, huh?
Mark's coming. I was talking to him on the phone.
This is so amazing.
So far, so good. So they want to try. Are they going to try
Catching it? Yeah.
catching it? But then the main.
So the second stage is going to go just like slightly under orbital speed, and it's going to do a couple tests. It's going to light an engine. It's also going to let out like 4 or 5 dummy Starlink, the new ones that they got. They're going to try and kick those out, and then it's going to re-enter the Earth. The Starlinks will burn up. This thing's going to do its belly flop. It's going to go through the whole heating of the Earth's atmosphere. It's going to go in the Indian Ocean, and it's going to basically skydive until it's like a couple hundred feet off the ground, kick its engines on, whip itself around, and then hover. And later, it'll do that right next to the pad. So the pad will catch the first stage, The second stage will do its orbital mission, and it'll come back and hover, and it'll reach out and grab it out of the sky and put it back on the first stage. So pretty.
There you go yet?
Yeah, it's going right now.
Yeah.
That is cool.
So they're just about to do their hot staging, but they're going to light the engines on the second stage to kick it off the first stage.
Elon Musk taking all of our attention here. The best part about being at the Mint is all of the crazy vehicles you see out here between the chase trucks. Like, look at this rig right here. That thing is mean, isn't it? Look at that. And just the craziest buggies you'll ever see. Look at this. Straight up like a sandrail, basically. Here we go. We're going through tech here. So this is how they know our vehicle is safe and ready to race.
Carry a fallen warrior. Absolutely. Asking a military, law enforcement, or a fire.
We will absolutely do
I was giving you Scott Caldwell Army. And what I'm just take a picture here. Show you the race number. I'll do a close up. What I'm gonna post it over the next few weeks on social media.
Okay.
I tag his family, friends, or brothers and sisters he served with, and let him know that you're making sure he is not forgotten this weekend.
He will not be forgotten, and he will ride
Thank you.
with us
You
the
can put him
whole
wherever you
time.
want. I appreciate it. Thank you so
Awesome.
much, you guys.
Doing what you're doing.
Oh, absolutely our honor.
That's a really cool cause.
That is. Right.
Look at the flex on Lefty.
It's like you wonder, like you still do that. You wonder, like, how they don't know. They're not on that guy.
Let's go. Those are nice lights. Looking good? Yeah. Love it. Now that is a floor jack right there. Nice. Trooper! This is gonna be the new crowd favorite for sure.
Yeah, that's hard. We got it.
Yeah, you know how it goes. It's like before and after. Yeah. How long you guys been racing? Class 11?
Well, we got it.
Okay, I like that. That's cool.
Hey Bear, you gonna get us that jack for the race team or what?
That'd be awesome. Look how high it is.
I think it's nice, isn't it? It's a proper version of a 4x4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do what? The grown-up version, yeah. I like the jack stands too. Those things are killer.
Yeah, look at this. Like, this is so you don't need a jack chain. You just lock out the jack. So it's safe. Like, it won't fail and come down.
Oh yeah, that is the way to go right there. That is cool. Nice. Y'all ready to be famous or what?
What's that?
Y'all ready to be famous or what?
Oh yeah.
Here. We're live streaming right now. Why don't y'all say some cool words?
Oh, jeez.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
We're moving. I got a break. No, I don't know. That kid that just came into my child is cool. One of the cool things about this is how like outgoing other racers are, and he was so funny. He's talking about his class 11 bug and you know how they got it from somebody, this and that, and it's just like this community is awesome. I love it.
Oh yeah. So how long they've been doing class 11?
You know, he said that not that long, but he's like, he didn't know who it was. He's like, but we bought it from a famous racer.
Exactly.
Famous
And,
racer.
and he's like, I don't know what his name is, but he had a cool slogan. It was "Booyah!"
Hell yeah, we were sold. That was it for us. We were like, I'm in.
That's
That's all
cool.
it takes right there.
But yeah, no, it's fun, man.
Booyah!
Booyah! I know. It's
Was
like
that little kid driving?
he's
No.
driven it at home is all, but not in the race. But I guess he said they had some roll cage issues, but that's a bummer. But you know, it's like everyone that's a part of this. Another thing. Hold on, he was talking about how it's like, man, this thing's shiny. Well, it's because we haven't raced
Because we hadn't raced it yet.
Brand
But
new.
yeah, you know, it's like we're talking about before and after photos, and yeah, before and after the race. Then we're talking about how Lefty, you know, last year was the first time we raced it. Was in line just like this down in La Paz. This guy was like, "How come so shiny?" And we're like, "It's because we haven't raced it yet."
Yeah.
So yeah, so before and after photos is a must for these desert races, because you just don't know what it's gonna look like after you're done.
But you know you're gonna have fun
Yeah,
making
you know
it
you're
look
gonna have
that
fun.
way.
It's gonna be fun. So,
Man, we're moving now.
yeah.
So, Danny,
Yeah.
how long have you been? Or actually, introduce yourself.
My name is JD Danny Whitaker. I have been with the team since the beginning, since the first Baja, part of the Dirty Dozen. And yeah, it's one of the greatest things that I've ever done in my entire life.
What is your favorite memory of being on NTD? Favorite one?
Winning the Fiery Phoenix Award, Fleshy Phoenix Award, for talking to Rob McCackeren about what I should do my first time driving.
That is awesome.
It was.
So,
Everybody had their mouth wide. They could not believe that I went and just walked up to him, talked to him like he was anybody. He puts his pants on one leg at a time, and he's the GOAT. He's arguably the greatest off-road racer ever in the history of the sport. And he was right there. And so I was like, you know what? It's going to be my first time driving, and I'm going to ask him for some pointers. Earned me the Fleshy Phoenix Award.
so for those of people who don't know, what is that award?
The Fleshy Phoenix Award is an award that's handed out every race for either the most boneheaded or the most amazing contribution for that race. And in my case, it was both.
What did he say to you? What did he say?
Keep it in between the navigational beacons.
He gave you a Jimmy Buffett line.
Totally gave me a Jimmy Buffett line, 100%. And that was it. That was all the advice I got. I was like, "Thank you, you're awesome. I think you're the GOAT." And then he kind of blushed a little bit. So yes, Rob McCackeren can blush.
Oh, that is cool. Good story. Good story. All right, any last words for the crew? All 5 people that are on here right now.
All five people.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
There you go. Tell 5 people. Drop a comment.
Yeah. Drop a comment.
Drop a comment. Share the live. Get this thing pumping. If you guys drop comments and like it, we'll start getting more views in here. So we gotta get that algo warmed up for the live stream tomorrow.
Woo!
Yeah,
That's right.
for sure.
All right. They probably couldn't hear me.
Thanks, bro.
All right, if you're watching this live stream right now, drop a comment, drop some likes. Let's get this live stream pumping. If you guys drop a comment, Honcho, drop anything.
Hey, dude, we can't drop What's you were trying to call Chad, but he's on the line.
You guys all done with your
Yeah. Oh, where's it at?
Where's he at?
Like backwards on the line or forwards on the line?
Look at this setup right here.
Downtown motel with the semi trucks and I don't know what that is.
Tell them we're about to go on 11th Street.
Just gonna tell you by the llama lot, there's a Instant 360 booth. That's all.
Huh?
There's an Instant 360 booth back that way.
Oh.
So, all right, dude. Okay. Right. By the llama lot. I think it's something the guy had like on the pole, you know, the 360 that you were doing yesterday.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I've got warning labels. There's warning, don't be done with it. There's like a layer of like spray and lights. But that should be on everything.
Yeah, so there's that. And then, oh, you guys check out our Trooper. Only because it's our old engine, but that was kind of cool. My brother, we were 3D printing some parts. Yeah. And so. We never really had. We just finished it like a couple days ago.
I'm his wife, Ashley.
Hey, nice to meet you, Dave. Yeah. So I was texting your husband all the time. How do you do this? How do you do this? You were helping.
Trial and errors.
So this is one of the other builders. Paul helped me. I had the engine. He did the engine. And he helped me do all the spray painting.
I think Toyota Tacomas and VW Fox have the most YouTube videos.
Yay! That's confirmation.
I think everyone wants to drive this. It's like the coolest car. We built a little side by side with my little boys. The blue truck up there is my old J10.
That's fantastic.
The J10 looks like a boxer. Face like that.
It's like Rocky after Rocky 3.
Yeah. But the J10 does it, gets it done.
I think it's 11 races. Stickers on this one. That's not. Let's go one. Not just 100,000. Sure, it's better way to say that.
Doubles, right?
All right, back to return to
We'll see how far it'll go. We gotta find some points. We gotta find some points. You can blow up points within 20 miles. So auto zone.
Ready?
We're gonna push. Push, push, push.
Hey, good luck, man.
Push it, Gigi, push it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She's getting away. Picking up some speed. That is the coolest bug ever, I swear. Nothing will be cooler than watching that thing go across the finish line. 100%.
have to do? Is there a
Good luck to you guys. Have a great run.
Thank you.
Yeah, do you want to have one of the guys grab the bag and just walk it up to the tent?
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, so just stay right lane. Stay right lane. Just waiting for the cops to get everybody moved up. Okay, cool.
You do need another transponder.
It'll go to 7 something, but there's no way. At that point, you're just trying to.
Did we ever get that other transponder?
I don't know.
I see that vehicle behind us has one.
I don't know.
Hey David, do you know
That little one, the one thing we were missing the little cable to?
No,
Yes. The Garmin Glow, is that what it is?
the one we're supposed to get from them?
Who?
No. See how that guy has that little orange box? Do we need that? Look.
This thing?
No, the other one.
That thing?
Yeah.
We'll get up here.
Okay.
We'll get those up here.
We need to make sure we get it because we don't have them on any of our vehicles.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh yeah.
Going to get the
No, not the glow.
So you think that we get the can of slime, we just put the hole at the bottom and just it goes in the
Yeah,
skater
you
valve,
just
right?
we need the little tool to pop to.
That's my jacket.
I did.
Were you cold?
How nice is it?
Cool.
It is cool.
Pretty sweet, isn't it?
It's comfy, like the inside.
Oh
is
my
like,
god.
yeah.
It's worth $70.
I was like kind of. I was like $70. I thought it was just a hoodie, but I was like, okay, it's pretty nice.
Pretty good.
It is worth it.
Are you still live streaming?
Yep. You want to say hi?
I live stream. Hello.
Everybody.
I'm David.
Hi, I'm David.
I'm David.
Everybody, whenever I come to film somebody on live stream, everybody wants to duck out the way. Nobody wants to be live. Dave talked for a good minute, but then it's a lot. We got 9 people in here.
Nice.
So if I can get these 9 people to drop some likes, if we have 9 likes in here and a couple of comments, YouTube will start pushing it out. What's going on, dude?
What's up? We're still live. We are ready to race.
That's it. You getting excited?
Tech inspection passed. We are ready.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Look at this buggy right here. Those things are unstoppable. Like you can't compete with those. Like they're below passes. Like
so light.
DG, yes sir. The weather is perfect. It is beautiful out here right now. It was a little chilly, but now we're in between all these buildings, kind of blocking the wind. It is nice right now. So hopefully race day tomorrow is as beautiful as it is right now.
Yeah.
We had we had a little bit of rain come through yesterday, but yeah, look at this buggy right here. This thing is unstoppable. So the real warriors out here are these guys on the dirt bikes. Imagine doing all 400 miles by yourself on a bike. It's crazy. Look at all the cool vehicles. There's so many of them. Got every shape and size, all kinds of stuff. Look at this little guy. This is awesome. Start your kids young. The younger, the better.
That would take you all the way back to the trailer. If you want to ride with us, you ride with Joe. Or you can be back.
Cool view of the truck sitting right here. B-roll. All right, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for the live stream. You got anything you want to say before I end this live stream?
Go Honcho.
Go Honcho. We got our stickers. So everybody.
There you are. You went to the bathroom and you never came back.
Oh yeah, we'll get the live stream going to the truck. So we should be live streaming tomorrow by 9 o'clock or so, 10 a.m. And it's gonna be awesome. So local time, yeah, local time, Las Vegas. So share this stream, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.